Yeah, before I start, let me first write it here what we are talking about, and then I'll ask you what you know about this. So our next topic is COPA. Okay, and we will talk about what are new things in SAP S/4HANA related to COPA. So in ECC, there were two types of COPA reporting. There were two types of COPA. One is account based, and second is costing based. Can you tell me what is the difference between the two? What do you mean by account based and what do you mean by costing based COPA? Please make this session interactive. Otherwise, if you just keep on listening, it will not make any, it will not add any value. Yes, Sandeep.
Yeah, Gaurav, don't have so much knowledge about this.
Okay. What about others? Akash, do you have any idea what is account based versus costing based? Mahesh?
Account based, I think, for FICO and costing based for internal order.
Account based for FICO and costing based for?
Internal reporting purpose.
Okay. No, actually, this is not a correct answer. Account based and costing based both are for the internal reporting only. These are part of the controlling modules itself. But within COPA, there are two different ways in which you can perform these reportings.
I mean,
So
accounting based from values from accounts FI.
yes, yes,
The costing
yes, you are
based
right.
from values from SD and FI both everything.
Yes, now you are correct. So account based is the one which is taking the values from your FI postings, while costing based is not dependent on your account based postings. It can take the values from all the different modules in SAP. Yes, that is the correct answer. Anyone else who wants to add something here? Varun, do you have any knowledge on COPA? Ujay?
No, Gaurav.
Okay. Okay, let me explain now. So first of all, before I go with account-based COPA and costing-based COPA, I will just give you the quick overview of what exactly is COPA first of all. Right, so COPA is one of the submodule within controlling, which is mainly responsible for the multi-dimensional reporting. Okay, so for example, if my customer tells me that I want to see the reports in, let's say, product-wise reports. Okay, so which product is doing good, which product is giving me, okay, let's write the questions here itself. I want to know the profitability by product. So what we can tell to the system, okay, no problem, create a product as your profit centers. Okay, so create product as profit centers. Now if my customer is saying I want the profitability by product and branch, okay, so two dimensions. So what we can tell to the system, okay, in that case, create product as profit center and branch as business area. Okay. Again, if the customer is saying, I want the profitability by product, branch, division, or maybe let's say market segment. So it's a country wise. So product, branch, country, salesperson, material group, anything, etc. Okay, so there can be n number of dimensions that customer wants the profitability into. Okay, so in that case, how are you going to handle the situation? in this case, you cannot keep on creating different objects for different categories, right? So if there are one or two scenarios, we can create profit centers and we can create business areas, and that are anyways required, right? But if you have a requirement where you need the report into the multiple dimensions, okay, you want to see the reports based on product, based on branch, based on country, salesperson, material group, and a number of characteristics which are available in the system. These are called as market segments, profitability segments. So the combination of a particular product, a particular branch, particular country, this can be called as a profitability segment. So if you have this requirement where you want your reports based on multiple dimensions, in that case, this profitability analysis or COPA is one of the best module which can provide you with this reporting. Okay, and this profitability analysis or COPA comes into two different options. One is account based and second is costing based. Now account based means whatever values you post in FI will flow to COPA. Okay, so this will only work on actual values which are posted in FI, no planned values. Whatever values are actually posted, you actually post in FI will flow to COPA. But now in case of costing base, even planned values are also considered. Okay, I'll give you the example where exactly you need account based and where exactly you need costing based. So I'll give you one scenario in which it will be very clear to you why costing based COPA gives you more flexibility. So in account based COPA, or forget about account based costing based, let me just give a simple example. In accounts, we follow period based accounting, right? So we carry out our reporting at every period end. Okay, so let's say I want to identify at the end of the month we want to know which salesperson has generated more profit. Okay, so these are the figures. Salesperson 1, salesperson 2. Okay, revenue for salesperson 1 in that particular month is only 1,000 or let's say 10,000 USD, and the cost that he incurred, okay, because we are looking for the profit, so the cost of the materials which he has sold is, let's say, 8,000 USD. Okay, or I should not say the cost of the material, just remember the total cost which was done by salesperson 1 was 8,000 USD. Salesperson 2, he has generated the revenue of 0 USD, no revenue at all, and the cost is, let's say, 100,000 USD. So can you tell me who is my best salesperson? Salesperson 1 or salesperson 2?
I think 1.
Why? Because he is giving you the profit of 2,000 and he is giving you the loss of 100,000 USD, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this is because you are only looking at the periodic reportings of FI, because whatever is posted, FI will only show you whatever has been posted into the accounts. But now let me change the scenario. This salesperson has given you the revenue of 10,000 USD at the cost of 8,000 USD, and there are no sales orders in pipeline. No sales orders in pipeline. And this particular salesperson too, although he incurred the cost of 100,000 USD, he has already collected the sales orders for 200,000 USD. So now can you tell me who is giving you more profit?
Sales
He is
person
only
too.
giving you, yes, he is only giving you 2,000 USD as a profit. He is giving you 100,000 USD as a profit. He has collected the orders, but these orders are just created in SD. They are not posted to account sheet, and that is the reason currently there is no revenue at all, because these orders are getting processed. Okay, but this information will not come in account-based COPA, because in account-based COPA, only thing which is posted into accounts, that will be available. Okay, but if you want to see the data from sales order, how much quantity or how much order customer has already given for this particular salesperson or for a particular product, in that case, you cannot be dependent on account-based COPA, and that is the reason most of the companies who are using COPA, they are using costing-based COPA. Okay, so most of the companies, they are using costing-based COPA as of today, because it is not only giving you actual values, it is also giving you the planned values from other modules. Account-based COPA will only give you actual values. Costing-based COPA will give you planned as well as, so actual as well as planned values are also considered in costing-based COPA. Okay, and that is the reason companies, most of the companies who are using COPA, they are going for costing-based COPA. You will see anywhere whenever you are going for implementation or support project, if they are using COPA, you will most probably find that they are using costing-based COPA. Okay, so now this is, we are still not talked anything about S4HANA. We are just discussing what is COPA. So now we understood what is COPA and what is the difference between costing-based COPA and account-based COPA, and why companies are preferring costing-based COPA over account-based COPA. So now let's talk about account-based COPA in detail. Now the architecture. Okay, we are not talking about the functionality now. Architecture of account-based COPA in ECC. First of all, let me clarify one thing. In case of costing-based COPA, there is no change at all in SAP S/4HANA. Costing-based COPA will be available as it is. There is no change at all. Whatever is changed in a COPA, it is only in account-based COPA. Costing-based COPA is completely untouched. Okay, so there is only change in account-based COPA. So what was the architecture of account-based COPA in ECC? And then we will talk about architecture of account-based COPA in S/4HANA. So in SAP ECC, there were n number of tables which were completely independent, required for storing the values in account-based COPA. Okay, so in case of account-based COPA in ECC, there were different set of tables. There were many different tables which were only used to which were completely independent, and they were only storing the data for storing. Just give me a minute. Yeah, for storing the data. I think completely wrong written. Just give me a minute. N number of tables which were completely independent, required for storing the values in account-based COPA. Okay, so due to which there were very high chances that your account-based COPA is not matching or not tying up with your GL accounting. Although all the values in account-based COPA comes from the general ledger accounts, but still at the month end, there were a lot of chances of reconciliation issues between your GL accounting reports and account-based COPA reports. Okay, and at the same time, if you are activating account-based COPA, since there are many different tables which are getting upgraded in the background, so the performance was becoming very slow. Okay, so that is the reason customers who were not in need, they were just going for costing-based COPA because they were saying unnecessarily, why should we activate account-based COPA, which is not giving us flexibility in terms of planning data, and also it is unnecessarily consuming more memory. Okay, so these were the two drawbacks in account-based COPA. It was unnecessarily consuming more memory, and second is it was not giving you the flexibility of planned values. Okay, so now in SAP S/4HANA, the architecture of account-based COPA has been changed. So now all the data which is related to account-based COPA will be directly stored in AC.A. Okay, so there is no question of n number of tables, all the data in one single table. And there is no question of reconciliation issues. If you remember, we discussed on day one that in SAP ECC, there are a lot of reconciliation issues. Our COPA reports are not matching with GL. Our asset reports are not matching with GL. So asset part we already discussed because of real-time postings in all the depreciation areas. There is no question of reconciliation issue. Similarly, in case of COPA also, since all the data will directly get stored in table AC.A, there is no question of reconciliation issue and there is no question of n number of tables being having in the system. But one problem that account-based COPA definitely has from the beginning is it is created to match with GL. So you cannot replace your costing-based COPA to account-based COPA because the purpose is completely different. Account-based COPA will always get the value from GL, even in S/4HANA also. Okay, and costing-based COPA will get the values of actual as well as plan, and that is the reason we are not telling the customers that if you are using costing-based COPA, don't use it and use account-based COPA because it is providing you more flexibility or the data is getting stored in AC.A, because account-based COPA cannot replace costing-based COPA completely. But what SAP is saying now, at least if you are using costing-based COPA, now you can use both. Don't restrict only to costing-based COPA, you can also use account-based COPA parallelly. So there is no restriction that I can use only account-based COPA or costing-based COPA. SAP is saying that now, even if you are using costing-based, please activate account-based also because it is providing you a lot of more features. Okay, just give me a minute. Sorry. Is it hidden or not? Yes. Okay. So now SAP is saying that you don't need to implement both. Sorry, you don't need to implement account-based COPA by replacing costing-based COPA. But SAP is saying now, since account-based COPA is giving you more flexibility, even if you are using costing-based COPA, you can add account-based COPA without any performance issues. And that is the reason most of the customers are now starting using account-based COPA. Okay, and we just need to understand how to activate account-based COPA for the customers. And it is not a very big deal. It is very straightforward to activate account-based COPA in addition to costing-based COPA. And if customer is not using any COPA at all, even in that case, we are just going to activate account-based COPA. We are not worried about costing-based COPA, just activate account-based COPA. Okay, have you understood the concepts? Why we need account-based COPA? What are the changes in SAP S/4HANA? what is the difference between costing based COPA and account based COPA. If you understood this, then I'll take you to the system and I'll show you how to activate account based COPA in the system. No questions?
Yes, Gaurav. Yeah. No, fine.
Okay. Okay, so let's go to the configuration now, which is related to COPA. So you normally, this is the same configuration that we use in ECC. I'll go to controlling, profitability analysis. Okay, here you will go to, let's go to the master data first because we need to see what are the characteristics, values and all. So you can check the values here. You can maintain the characteristics value. Maybe I'll show you. So as of now, just come out of this and go to structure. So if you are using COPA on top of your company code or on top of your controlling area, there is an operating concern, right? So normally, if you see the organization structure, so your company codes, one or more company codes are assigned to controlling area, right? So one or more company codes are assigned to controlling area, and if you are using operating concern, then one or more controlling areas are assigned to operating concern. So if you want to use COPA, you have to create an operating concern, without which you cannot use COPA. Okay, so let's create the operating concern. So for that, we will go to define operating concern. And before you create the operating concern, you have to tell the system what are those dimensions. As I told you, the COPA, the purpose of COPA is to provide the reports in multiple dimensions. You need to tell the system which dimensions you want to use, whether you want to use product or a branch or a country or a salesperson or a material group. You have to specify here the list of dimensions that you are going to use. Okay, so just go to characteristics. Just if you are like, you can create your own characteristics if you want, but normally we use the characteristics which are provided by SAP. So I can directly go to maintain operating concern. Okay, in this one I have to provide the code. So I'm providing same, that is SF01. Okay, just press enter. So system is asking you SF01 does not exist. Should this be created? We will say yes. So just click on continue. You can specify the sample operating concern if you want to get the values from some other operating concern, but you can do it from scratch also. So description, this is my operating concern for SF01. Okay, and you can see this, we have both the options. So it is not necessary that if I'm using costing based COPA, I cannot use account based COPA. I can use both in parallel. Okay, so just remove this costing based COPA because we are just understanding account based COPA. Costing based COPA is completely untouched. Okay, so operating concern, description, and let's go to the data structures now. Let's create the data structures. We need to save the data first. So let's go to the attributes first. So the operating concern currency would be INR. Fiscal year variant we are keeping at as V3. Okay, and first let's save this. So attributes are saved, but you can see the status is still red. So if you go to the environment, here also you can see nothing has been created. So go to the data structures again, click on create. Okay, and this is a place where you will be telling the system which characteristics you want to use. So these are the standard characteristics SAP provides. Okay, and you need to decide what dimensions are you going to use. So if we go with our scenario, we want a product, we want a branch, we want a country, we want a salesperson, we want a material group. So whatever we are able to find, we will just assign as it is here. Okay, so let's go with customer group. This is one. Let's see what others we can bring, because we have to populate the values also. It is not just we specified here and it is done. We have to specify the values, how the values will be determined. Let's go with the sales office, or maybe, yeah, sales office is okay, but sales office will only come from SD module, so don't use this. Let's see which are these trade forwards which we can use and see. Let's go with the country. See, most of the things you will find here are relevant to SD, because normally the sales revenue information flows from SD. Okay, but in our case, we are just going to see single transaction in which we will be directly posting the customer invoice. So we just want to see the financial information. Okay, so I think these two are enough. We can just survive with these two. Just click on save. So this has been created. Let's go back. So check, activate. Okay, let's save this again. I think it is done. Let's go back and see. So this is still not activated. So in order to do that, let's go to the environment and click on activate. Data structures are still not active. Why? Okay, this is still not active. Let's see. Change, activate. It seems activated. Let's go back. Yes. Okay, so it will take some time because it is going to generate those characteristics that we provided. It will add those fields in table AC doc A. Once this is done, I will show you those fields in AC doc A. The environment was generated and warnings were issued, so there is no error, I think. Now you can see status is green, which means our operating concern is ready to be used. Okay, so just creating the operating concern is not enough. What we need to do is we need to assign the operating concern to our controlling area. So for that, I have to go for enterprise structure, definition, controlling, sorry, this is a definition. I need to go for assignment, controlling, and you have to assign the controlling area to company code, or sorry, to operating concern. So our controlling area is SF01, and which we need to assign to operating concern SF01. Just click on save. Okay, again, this is not enough. There is one more configuration where you need to tell the system for your controlling area whether account based COPA is active or the costing based COPA is active. And that has to be done in this conversion for accounting to SAP S/4HANA preparation. So there is a separate configuration for controlling, preparation and migration of customizing for controlling. We are going to discuss this completely. Okay, this is called as a conversion cockpit. So once we complete this process of COPA, then we will be talking about material ledger and some small topics, and then we will directly go to conversion topic. And in conversion topic, we are going to discuss about this complete conversion cockpit once again. Let's go to controlling, and this is where you have to activate the account based profitability analysis. So just click on activate account based profitability analysis. You can see here you have to tick costing based or account based. So in our controlling area, which is SF01, you can see as of now nothing is active. So you have to click on account based and click on save. So now account based COPA is active in our company code. Okay, and if you want to see how it will work, if you go to table AC16N and AC doc A for any company code, okay, it is not necessary that we should see the same company code. Let's click on Control F and find out. Sorry, there is a find button here. Okay, anyways, let's show you SF01 online. And here, if you just scroll around, you will be able to see customer group, you will be able to see country, and there will be a lot of other fields related to other controlling areas also, which are part of table AC-Doc A. Yeah, starting from here. Now, whatever you are able to see here, this is coming from COPA. All these fields are coming from COPA. So customer group and country. You can see customer group and country. So currently values are not getting populated, right? Because we just now activated COPA. But if I try any new transaction now, and if based on the data that I provided in that document, system is able to determine the customer group and country, those fields will be appearing here itself. And since data is directly available in AC-Doc A, there are a lot of reports, analytical reports, which can be generated using this single table, right? So what is the benefit of using account-based COPA? Earlier, if you want to use account-based COPA, there were different tables. You need to pick the data from different tables. Even you were not able to perform the analytical reports in the ECC system directly. Now, since SAP is providing you embedded BI and all the data is available in one single system, one single table, reportings will become very easy, and that is the reason SAP is recommending account-based COPA should be activated, because you are not putting much effort in activating it, performance is not getting suffered, and you are getting a lot of new dimensional reportings. Okay, so let's try one transaction where we can see if customer group and country is getting populated here or not. So I will go with transaction FB70 because this is related to the customer invoice. So we just now created a customer. I will use the same customer here. Okay, customer number 16. Let's say invoice date is 24/01/2019, today itself. This is test. Amount is, let's say, 1000. Test revenue account we created 300, so I'm using the same account. It is asking for CO assignment. Okay, let's provide the cost center. Normally we don't provide, but it's okay. Why it is still showing the error? Maybe let's provide profit center since this is revenue. Oh, we have not created any profit centers till now. Anyways, there is no change in the profit center, but why this cost center is not allowed? Let's see once again. It is saying you must enter the cost center, but we already provided cost center. Then why it is not working? Let's try once again. There should not be this error. Okay, or maybe forget, we can provide any other account. It is not necessary that we want the revenue account itself. So the cost center will be picked here, yes. And let's try to save this. Okay, item category error is fine because this is document splitting related. So let me go to SPRO. Is anyone here who is not sure about document splitting? What is document splitting? So although it is not a new topic, but if anyone is interested in knowing the document splitting, I can share that video. We already discussed this topic in many batches in detail. So if you want, I can share that document splitting video separately with you. Anyone who wants that?
Yes.
Okay, Akash, I'll send it to you. So new entry, this should be 400. And category, I am again saying expenses. Okay, and then okay, let's try to post now. Oh, this ledger is creating problem everywhere. Okay, so let's solve this error. Otherwise, I think we'll not be able to go further. So ledger Z001, I think somebody has created this ledger and assigned to our company code. So let's deactivate this ledger. I think that would be better. So SPRO in our ledger settings, that is financial accounting, ledgers, ledger. There is no such ledger, then why it is? Exclamation and star. Just give me a minute. Let me think. What is this error all about? Constant Z001. Okay, who created this constant now? Constant Z001. Just let me remove this constant. I think this is creating the problem. Okay, let's otherwise provide this 0001 business area and segment. Let's go with this east or something. Okay, let's try to save this now. And then invoice and post. This issue is related to document splitting, so we need to understand what has been activated in this system because it is not related to our company code. This is a setting which somebody has done at the client level. That is the reason it is giving a lot of errors. Post. Now there is another error. This is okay. System is not able to derive the profit center, and in document splitting somebody has made profit center mandatory. So what we can do is we can go to document splitting config and we can deactivate that configuration from there, or even a simple thing is just go and deactivate the document splitting in your company code if you are getting this kind of issues. Okay, but only in the test system. In the production system, don't do this at all. So document splitting, you have this activate document splitting functionality here, and just go here and say I don't want to activate document splitting for my company code, which is SF01 and inactive. Okay, again, please don't do this in production system. I have seen some consultants who are doing this, and if they are getting such error, they are just going here and inactivating it, and it is creating a lot of inconsistency issues. Okay, so let's try to post. So the document was posted, right? Why? Because there was no document splitting active now. Okay, so now let's see this document 18 all time 0 in table AC doc A, and we just want to see whether those two fields are getting populated or not. So SE16N for company code SF01 and document number 1812345678 online. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, I think 8. Okay, and let's go and see those two columns. It seems those values are not populated. Customer group and yeah, these two are still blank. There should be value here. So customer group value should come from the customer master, and even country value should come from the customer master. Let me just verify whether we completed all the configurations or not. So controlling, we created the operating concern, and then we assign that operating concern to our company code or controlling area. And then in this conversion cockpit for controlling, activate account-based profitability analysis. So for our controlling area SF01, we activated account-based. Let's go and see once again in our operating concern whether those two characteristics are active or not. So
Gaurav? Hello.
yes, tell me.
Yes, I think in controlling area we also need to activate this component, no?
We already activated.
Okay.
Automatically show you if you go to controlling area, OK KP, right? And if you just go and see SF01 activate components, you can see this, it is already activated for account based. So we don't need to come here. This will automatically get activated when we assign the operating concern to controlling area.
Okay, yeah.
But still, I think there is something, one configuration missing or something, due to which, or maybe we need to just log off and try once again. Sometimes it happens that the tables are only updated when you log off and log in again. Let me see once, otherwise we will do the same thing. So customization, controlling, these are not relevant to us. These are only relevant for conversion. We'll talk about later. Maintain operating concern. Our operating concern is already maintained. It is also green, so there is no issue here. And then activate account-based profitability analysis is also okay. What it is showing, the year SF01, it is, yeah, it is activated from 2018, so it is correct. I don't think anything is left in the configuration. Let's go to controlling, profitability analysis, structure, maintain the operating concern. There is only one thing here, right? Maintain the operating concern. So should not be the issue. Okay, let's try one last thing. Let's log off and log in again and try to post one more invoice. Post. So 1801. No, it's still not getting picked. Let me check this particular thing. I think okay, let me check this offline. I'll try to check this and tell you tomorrow. Normally it should pick. There is nothing more because customer group, we don't need to tell the derivation. It automatically picks from the customer master, even the country also. So both should have been picked. Why it is not picking is, I need to just custom. Oh, I think this is something different. This is not the standard customer group. I selected the wrong field, I think. This is not our normal customer group that we provide when we create a customer. Yeah, I think this is a problem. Customer groups are two actually. One is the sold to party, ship to party customer group, and second is this one. So are you able to see any other customer group here? Let's double click on this, which is the customer line. First one. Okay, and let's try to find here. I don't know, even I'm using this. Yeah, search button is there. So okay, this is customer. Next, customer group. Yeah, which is, this one is correct, but it is also blank. So this is a problem.
In the master data you have to do this. Customer master
No,
data.
master data, definitely. Master data cannot be created without the group, right? Customer master data would be definitely having the group. Okay, no problem. Let me check this. This is a very small issue, something. We will discuss about this, what is going wrong. Anything else? Any questions? Have you understood now what is the difference between the normal COPA in SAP ECC vis-a-vis how it will work in SAP S/4HANA? So there is one more small topic related to COPA, which is called as COGS split, cost of goods sold split. Is it okay if I continue, or you are already tired of this very important, difficult topic?
Not today, Gaurav. Sandeep here.
Okay, no problem. So tomorrow I will tell you what is this COGS. It is a very small topic, but we need to understand this because this is a best or this is a favorite topic for interviewers. If you tell them, I know what has been changed from the COPA point of view, tables and all they will just ignore. Even if you tell them correctly, they will not worry about these tables and all. But they will definitely ask you what is COGS and what is the difference in COGS compared to account-based COPA in ECC vis-a-vis in S4HANA. No problem. So tomorrow we will continue this COPA topic, and also once we complete this, I will tell you the changes in material ledger. Okay, so again there is one important change in SAP S4HANA. Material ledger is made as mandatory. In ECC it was optional, but material ledger was not mandatory, but in S4HANA it has become mandatory, and I will tell you how to take care of that, how to activate it, and how to make sure that you are able to